Remember that thing you said you were gonna do in 2024? What was it? Was it working out, eating healthier, traveling? What was it? Okay. What happened to that? Did you do it? Because I didn't. Okay, look, this was my vision board for 2024. Did I actually accomplish any of them? Nope, maybe like 10% of it. I know I could do better. I was fucking around too much, and maybe you were too, let's just be for real. So I said, you know what, maybe it's time for a little software update. Because it's not that I'm not disciplined and I'm not good enough and blah blah blah, I'm sure you aren't either. Maybe it's not that we suck. Maybe it's just that our systems suck. You know what I mean? Here's the plan for 2025. Instead of making a regular schmegular aesthetic vision board that just looks pretty, I'm gonna turn it into a bingo, make it a quarterly thing, and add a tracker. Basically, divide and conquer, gamify it, and build a system to it. Because in the wise words of James Clear from Atomic Habits, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. If you also find that these cutesy vision boards are just not doing it for you too, maybe try this with me and we'll see how it goes. So here's what I did. I listed my goals for different categories like career and money, health and fitness, personal growth, and other things. Basically in different aspects of life just so I can keep a pretty balanced set of goals. And then I found pictures for each of them on Pinterest. I made this template on Canva just so I can see what it would look like on my board. I mean, I still want it to be pretty. I'm gonna have to look at this every single day. My board is right across from my bed, so it's the first thing I see when I wake up. And if you want the Canva template as well, I'm gonna link it on the description below. One of the things I wanted to focus on last year was YouTube, and my goal was to post at least twice a month. Long form videos, I mean. Guess how many videos I posted last year? 4 videos. 4 videos? You're telling me I had 365 days and I was only able to do 4 videos? Girl, what? How am I gonna get a freaking plaque with that? You see, this is why I need to get my shit together. And this year, I'm already starting off strong, right? I also added this thing so I can keep track of it. So for January, I want to post 2 videos, and when I post it, I can just mark it off. So same thing for February and March. I also did the same thing for this one. So one of my fitness goals is to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week. So I put a little calendar here. This is for January, so I'm just gonna switch it out for February and then March. And then I highlighted the weekend, so I know this is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I don't know, I feel like it's a really good way to keep track of things. I've tried tracking it on my phone before, but I feel like there's something about physically marking it off. It's just satisfying, and I feel like it's more, what's the word? Alexa, what's another word for satisfying? I think gratifying is what I was trying to say. But yeah, hopefully this works well. And I am very proud to say, as I'm editing this video, today is January 12th, I'm on a streak with all of my habit goals. Wow. I think having it physically is what really helps me. Seeing a physical representation of progress makes my brain go, oh, you're actually making progress. And it's that feeling of I'm actually accomplishing something, you know? And this is what I mean by having a better system. I showed you guys my vision board last year, and I also had my goals listed on like a Notion page, but I didn't really create a system to how exactly I'm planning to do them. Like I wanted to start journaling and meditating consistently since last year, but I didn't really think about how I'm going to stay on top of it. I was just kind of relying on myself that I will remember to do them, which is very hard to do when life just happens, you know, you just kind of forget things. But now I literally have specific instructions for myself. I set a specific time for when exactly I'm going to meditate and journal, and then I'm going to cross the date off after. And it's here, it's right in front of me when I wake up, and I even keep the pen here. It's just so easy that it's kind of a no-brainer to do it. And like I said, I used to track the habits I want to have on my phone. I even tried making a Google sheet for it. Didn't work for me. There's just too much friction between me and actually logging it in. There's too many steps. It's either on my phone or laptop, and I always get distracted by something else. Versus having it physically, it's just so much more efficient. As you're planning to set your goals for this year, I would really think about the how part of it. This is one of the things I learned from this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is such a good read. Like, this book actually deserves the hype. If you're not so much of a reader, like I thought I wasn't either, and then I read this book and it's actually changed my life, I'm not gonna lie. He basically says goals are good for setting direction, but systems are best for making progress. He gives this example, I'm gonna read it from one of his articles. Imagine you have a messy room and you set a goal to clean it. If you summon the energy to tidy up, then you will have a clean room for now. But if you maintain the same sloppy habits that led to a messy room in the first place, soon you'll be looking at a new pile of clutter and hoping for another burst of motivation. You're left chasing the same outcome because you never changed the system behind it. You treated a symptom without addressing the cause. We think we need to change our results, but the results are not the problem. What we really need to change are the system that caused those results. When you solve problems at the results level, you'll only solve them temporarily. In order to improve for good, you need to solve problems at the systems level. Fix the inputs and the outputs will fix themselves. When I read that, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. I don't know why I never realized that before. He just has a way of explaining things really clearly. Highly recommend. Hello, it's the next day and today is actually December 31st. So I need to get this shit done so I can start using it tomorrow. Okay, let's do it. I also added errands and other things that I need to do that I've been procrastinating on, like literally doing a pap smear test. And I even printed a photo of it. Is it a little too much? Maybe, but you know what? Listen, this is the only way I'm gonna get it done, okay? I've been procrastinating on this for like 7 years. I'm 27 and I haven't done a single one, and I know you're supposed to do it when you're 21, I think. So yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but that's the reality. Look, I also need to get my annual checkup done, and look at this photo I printed. It's so cute. And I also have to go to the dentist to get my cleaning done. And like, look at this. It's kind of funny. I want to start taking pole dancing classes, and look at this thing. I'm gonna put it right here. I've been saying that I want to take dance classes for years, but I never end up doing it. For some reason, I just keep pushing it off. Same with my health and dental appointments, which are literally so important. Like, what the heck am I doing? It's always like, oh, there's always tomorrow and I can start next week, next month. I have the whole year. Major procrastination sets in. So I think setting these goals for the quarter instead of the whole year is the way to go. I'm basically giving myself less time. Because I don't know about you, but I realized I work great under pressure. Literally in December, I got so much done because I know the new year is right around the corner. I even did a closet clean out, reorganized my closet, digitized my wardrobe, which I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I got it done. I actually got the idea of setting goals quarterly instead of yearly from Ali Abdul here on YouTube. He's a doctor turned entrepreneur and author. He talks about productivity, goal setting, and things like that in a more simple and digestible way, and also in a way that's more fun. He wrote a book called Feel Good Productivity, which is on my reading list. Highly recommend his videos if you're interested in all that. But anyways, he has this thing called quarterly quests, which is basically his goals for the quarter. And this is better than setting a New Year's resolution that you'll just abandon and completely forget about after a few months, because I don't know, life happens. If it's quarterly, then every 3 months I have to check in on myself and reflect on how are things going with my goals. If I hit them, great, amazing. If I didn't, okay, good. Now this is a wake-up call. Let's review what's working, what's not working, how can I make things better, how can I make my system better so I can actually stay on track, instead of only reflecting on December where there's realistically no time left to change things. Now I have 4 Decembers to reflect on. It's kind of like this is my syllabus for the quarter, and if you think about it, schools operate by semester, businesses have quarterly goals, so why shouldn't we do the same, right? And turning into a bingo just makes it more fun and exciting. If you're gonna do this as well, make your bingo prize something that you've been wanting to get or do for a long time. For me, I think my bingo prize will be a pair of Gentle Monster glasses. I've been wanting to get one, so that will be my reward. I also made mine in a 4x5 tile bingo just because it's the space I have on my board, but you can also make it a 5x5, 4x4, or even a 3x3 if you want to hyper focus on specific goals, I guess. Okay, that was kind of a lot of work, but it's okay. It turned out better than I thought it would. I'm so excited to start with this. It's gonna be so satisfying to mark off the boxes when I get them done. I'm hoping it will actually help me keep myself accountable, you know? I mean, it's the first thing I see when I wake up. My bed is like right over there behind you. And it's also why I wanted to make it bigger so I can see it from my bed. And now, instead of just looking at a bunch of photos, it actually has more purpose to it. I'm just so excited. And like I said, if you want the Canva template I made for this, the link is on the description below. You can get it for a whopping price of $2. It just helps me support this channel, but obviously no pressure. You can also make it yourself as well. It's just that if you want a ready-made one so you can start right away, it's available for you. I also added other things I learned about goal setting on it, and I think it's going to be really helpful for you if you want to set yourself up for success this year and actually accomplish your New Year's resolution. Let me know if you also try to do your vision board this way, or I guess like your quarterly bingo. And also, what reward would you give yourself if you do hit bingo. I think it would be so cool to look back at the end of March and see what I actually got done or what you got done, and if you can actually claim your bingo prize, right? Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. Happy New Year!